So today I want to talk about what is the first 3 personal financial exercise that you should do early on in your career. Right? You see, personal finance is not so much different from corporate finance that we are all familiar with, right? All of us face the same type of problems that most companies face on a day-to-day basis. And in order to ensure that we don't fail financially in our lives, these are the 3 areas that you need to complete early on in your life and early on in your career, right? They are number 1, budgeting, number 2, risk management, and number 3, investment planning. So allow me to elaborate these topics one at a time. Now, for budgeting, it's not so much about counting how much money you have, but it is an exercise that seeks to quantify your short-term cash flow needs. Basically, how much money do you have to pay for your expected spending in the next 2 to 5 years? And the reason why you would like to do that is because you need to know how much cash savings you need to have so that when you need the money, you don't need to sell off your investments, beg, borrow, or steal. Right? Long story short, you will not be at the mercy of the market condition or the mercy of the banks when you need the money but you don't have it. Right? The second thing that you want to look into is to limit your downside risk, and to do so, you need to review your insurance portfolio so that if shit happens, your finances and your lifestyle are not affected, right? This is important because you want to make sure that you are able to pursue whatever you want in your life without worrying about what would happen to your existing plans or your existing lifestyle should you fall ill or meet up with an accident, right? The last thing that you want to have happen is to deplete your savings and your investments in an event where your income stops and you need to take time off to recover, maybe from a critical illness or from an accident, right? Moving on. Now, there's this quote by Warren Buffett that goes like this: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die, right? After you've sorted out your short-term cash flow needs and take care of your downside risk, the next thing that you should focus on is how you can grow your wealth. Now, as you progress in your career, you want to be able to create a secondary source of income that is passive of nature. Passive meaning to say that you are able to receive an income without spending too much effort. And the only way you can do so is to invest, right? Unfortunately, we live in a time whereby our bank savings interest rate is so low that it is negligible, right? If you don't invest, you'll never be able to exceed the rat race and be financially free. So naturally, you will need some time to come up with a strategy and an implementation plan to accelerate your long-term growth so that you will become less reliant on your primary job for an income and eventually be able to live off your investment income, right? That's the Singaporean dream. That's the retirement in Singapore. So yeah, these are the 3 personal financial exercises that you should do early on in your career. Going through this exercise is extremely important as it will form up the base of your personal finance of which you build your life upon. There's a reason why companies pay so much attention to their budget, to their risk, and also to their long-term strategy to ensure continued success. And if your company is doing all this exercise to remain relevant in a competitive landscape, there is no reason as to why you should ignore it for your own personal finances, right? So that's all I have for the video today. If you want to find out how an independent financial advisor and a certified financial planner can help you accelerate your financial progress, you can get in touch with me through my website. Do connect with me on the following social media as well to stay updated with future content. And you can always slide into my DMs anytime when you have any questions. I'll be very happy to help. So that's all, and I hope to connect with you all soon.